Hello and welcome to Grimlight Games. We're going to be checking out Skald against the Black Priory today. However, before we dive into that, I want to do a little channel update and maintenance. I'm going to take our first looks in a slightly different direction. Previously, I'd been doing a 3-part series, starting on Thursday or Friday and running through the weekend, in which we do 3 separate gameplays of the game that we're checking out, so you can kind of, see everything as it's going. And I started to realize that, I don't know, maybe that's not the best way to do it. Maybe it is. I really don't have any data to back up any of these claims that I'm making so broadly. But what we're going to try moving forward is I'm actually going to do more of like 2 to 3 hours of gameplay, but then I'm going to edit it down and condense it into like a 45 minute video in which I feel it really captures a lot of the essence of the game and gives you a better idea of what you're looking at before you potentially go out and spend money on it. As always, though, we'll do commentary as we're going through, things we like, things we don't like, areas where it could be improved, quality of life, things like that. And then, as always, we'll end with a little recap of our feelings, thoughts, and emotions about the game. So the reason for this is really just to kind of cut out a lot of that fluff in the middle. Things that aren't really entertaining to watch, they aren't really helping you make a decision about games, and that's really the point and the direction that I want to take with this. I want to give you a way to look at things that are potentially something you're going to have fun and enjoy, and I want to really just kind of get to it, get to the point, cut to the chase. And of course, games that we're doing our playthrough plays of and making series of that, we'll just do those regular. But anyways, so Skald against the Black Priory. When I first started checking this out, I have to say I was a little bit turned off by what I saw. The retro graphics, generally speaking, are something that just really speak to me and make me get super excited. But some of the thumbnail images and stills of the game that I saw, I was just like, oh man, that looks like it's gonna hurt my eyes. But, big but, I decided to give it a try anyways, because they are very clearly targeting my demographic, which is the ancient and aging gamer. So I'm going to show you real quick what a new game looks like, kind of explain that process, but then we're actually going to hop into my playthrough that I had started, which is past all of the tutorials, and there are a lot of tutorials, but for good reason, and you'll see why, because this game, for the graphic style and what they're trying to go here, it is deep. It's very deep in how everything executes, but once you understand it, it's not complex. It's like learning the rules of a game for the first time. And the best way I can describe this is say, if you've ever played Dungeons and Dragons, you know exactly what you're in for with this. It has its rule set, similar to any other module that you would play, and it follows those, but it teaches you how to use them. So first and foremost, we start our game. We've got a few different things that we can mess around with to help with the eyes. And instantly, when I saw this, I was like, oh, okay, this is going to be good for me. And I did end up finding a font that feels better for my eyes. Because, there's you can mess with all of these different options. But here's the cool one, and this is why I know they were targeting my demographic. I can change the CRT filter to make it look like we're playing on an old tube-style TV screen. Like, looking at this, I'm like, oh my goodness, it's like trying to wire up my regular Nintendo or my Atari to my old tube TV back in the day, and this is just wonderful. It goes a little bit deeper, right? Like, now you can even get that kind of curvature that you'd find on the tube TV, and you could see they even worked in where the barriers are, so it just follows that edge so nice and smoothly. That is an amazing little attention to detail that the developers did, and chef's kiss. Absolutely chef's kiss. Now, of course, when you get into the more high-end older TVs, you've got something right there. Those old arcade screens that had kind of like that dark tint to them. Maybe there was like a little mash on the screen where the pixels were a little distorted because somebody got really upset and hit it. And you just remember the smell of the hot dogs and the sticky controllers. And of course, your good old-fashioned kitchen TV. So it's just right there, right? Now, obviously, because we do have new age graphics, we are gonna play the game in the new age graphics. So with our character creator, it gets pretty deep. I actually had to go back and do this a couple times when I was making my character because I didn't entirely understand how everything worked. But the cool thing is almost everything you can click on or highlight and get a little bit more information about it. Obviously, we've got our difficulty selection, which just kind of modifies how the dice are rolled, how different things happen within the game, make your play easy, narrative, or more difficult, right? So select that. Moving on to our class. So they've got the archetypes, and then they have an actual class over that. And then again, remember, we've got all these different highlighted things which we can click to kind of take a little bit of a deeper dive into that. And I highly recommend when you are looking and trying to figure out your character, you do that. And when you get to the end, if you decide to go back and redo your character because now you've learned something a little bit more about the attributes and how everything interacts, highly encouraged. Highly encouraged. So you've got your warrior archetypes. There's a few different ones of them. Ranger, officer, arms master. Then, of course, you've got your cleric archetype. They're going to be more of your healers, utilizing magic, but also being frontline fighters, right? Then, of course, we have our rogue characters. The bard, which is our rogue, also a magos, which is this game's version of the mage, wizard, sorcerer, whatever you want to call them, and your classic thief. Backstab is absolutely devastating. Just going to throw that out there right out of the gate. Setting it up can be a little bit tricky, but once you start figuring out how to get that and what that does, yeah, it's dirty, absolutely dirty. But I ended up going with a mage because I love playing the mage class. We get to our background. Now, if you've played D&D, again, background, right? It's going to mess with your skills, okay? Now, this is the one where I had to go back and really look at this a little bit deeper for what I was playing as a character. And I will say, playing the mage, Acolyte really does seem like it's the only course of action, because attunement here, this is our mana resource, right? Attunement is your mana. So think of it like that. Get to our attributes. Pretty standard, right? We've got our agility, fortitude, intellect, presence, and strength. And obviously, again, you can click on them to figure it out. It tells you what skills are associated with each one, right? Then obviously we can put our skills down here. Lore, pretty cool. Again, had to go back and redo this one. So the lore function, when you are resting with your party, a character with a high enough lore score can actually try to teach the party while you're resting and get a little bit bonus experience. I thought that was a really nice little touch that they added in, where your skills play a larger role in the game than just, different events that happen. But yeah, so I digress. Which then, of course, brings us to our feats. This one was a little bit tricky for me to figure out at first, how to unlock the various tiers beyond. And being the Guild Magos, we do have access to the 3 different schools of magic. Now, what you need to pay attention to is this right here. Right? So when you first unlock it, you're going to get the Air Magic Focus, +1 to your Air Magic School. Air Magic School value of the attribute indicates the highest spell tier of air magic that you may cast, right? So, tier 1 is what we would unlock here, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4, etc. So, just for the sake of argument, let's check that out. And now, we do 1. Okay, that's great. But 1 rank in this isn't going to do anything because we need to be able to learn spells from the school. We go 2. Oh, no? Well, that's because it says right here, 3 ranks is what's going to get us that learn 2 spells. Boom. There we go. Okay? So then, we look at this, right? Oh, 4 ranks in Tier 2 is what's going to get us to learn 2 new spells from the Air Magic School. And we'll be able to pick from Tier 1 or Tier 2 at that point. Okay? Just for the sake of argument, we are going to go ahead and do that. Whoop. We'll be able to pick those, and I'll show you what that looks like in a second. Increase spell aptitude. So what is our aptitude? Aptitude score is added to the numerical value of spells, such as the amount of damage dealt or the vitality healed, right? So that's your additive. If you're rolling 1d6 for your spell damage, you then add your aptitude attribute to that for damage. Pretty similar to, warriors adding their strength, stuff like that. We're going to go ahead and just grab both of these with our remaining points. Continue. Now, because we did pick that, we get to choose our spells, right? So we can just get to new air level 1. Air Magic School 1 spells. There we go. Magic Missile, pretty awesome. And let's do Blink, so we get a quick escape. Now here's our pick 2 new Air Magic School spells from level 2. Haste. Blinding Bolt, Steel Breath, those are both pretty cool. Alright, then obviously we get to mess around with our appearance, but that is what's going to take us into our gameplay where we start tutorials, we see what's kind of going on with the story, and all that stuff. So let's go ahead and hop into my playthrough now. So your typical D&D system, it's going to be party-based, we're going to be able to pick up extra characters, and also we'll be able to have a camp where everything works out. Full controller compatibility. In fact, the tutorials actually push you towards using the controller, but I really like the mouse and keyboard for things like this. We had actually just finished clearing out this area, but instead of clicking, you can also... So we're going to head on to the next area where there's new stuff that I have not encountered yet. Very cautiously moving, because what I have learned from this game is it kind of throws you right into the crap first, and it's a little scary, a little tricky. The darkness of it all also kind of makes it a little bit spooky and eerie. You see a figure thrashing violently at something, obscured by the low fog. Whatever this person is doing, it's producing loud crunching, wet squelches, and a stream of curses. You see the scene for what it is. Roland, soaked through and spattered with ichor, is laying waste to a number of grotesque-looking creatures with a piece of driftwood. Yeah, you get him, Roland. He snarls like a wounded beast and his eyes are black with rage. So that's another thing about this game that you're going to see as we are going into it. Super narrative heavy. And I mean, it's just... They've done such a wonderful job. The descriptions, the dialogue, the story, everything just feels like it's really flowing naturally, and it's set in this really grim, dark world that just kind of sucks you in. A lot of times I skip through some of the reading, like I'll quickly power read through it, but this game has actually had me stop, and I'm reading everything and enjoying it. As the last of the horrid beasts falls, twitching back into the shallows, Roland snaps his gaze to you, dead eyes staring at some distant point on the horizon behind you. Eventually, the tension drains from his muscles, and he lowers his makeshift weapon. Thought I was carrion, they did. I nearly was. I didn't think you'd make it. Seems I've got a few lives left in me, for all they're worth. Roland sighs deeply and slumps down into a nearby rock. You tried to save me, bloody idiot. There's no room for being a bloody hero in work like this. It's just blood and bad men doing worse things to others. He looks around, driftwood and chunks of flesh bobbing around your ankles. It's about time I paid my debts. And yet here we are. You sound like you didn't want to be saved. So, when you play through the game on your own, through the tutorial aspect, you'll meet Roland and you'll figure out exactly what he's talking about, but I don't want to ruin that for you. As you say, but heed this. If you want to survive, you need to drop the bloody heroics. This business makes your hands dirty, and nothing gets them clean again. Trust me on that. Speaking of which, I suppose I still work for you. We should get going. I'm counting on you. Let's get going. Roland nods solemnly, brushes a sticky glob of ichor off his arm, and trudges over to you. His lips part as if to speak. Hesitate. Let's just go. Roland does not seem to hear you. Instead, he's staring intently ahead. There are men in the fog. I thought I heard them earlier. I'm certain they're not from the Zephyr, and I'd wager they're less than friendly. I don't care if you're itching for a fight or not, but either way, you should tread carefully. Oh, my goodness. Straining to see through the dense fog, you finally spot them. A group of men prowling the shoreline like carrion eaters, looking for dead flesh. They are unkempt and dressed in rags with bare torsos and broad shoulders, adorned by a strange mixture of sailors' tattoos and crude symbols. They carry an assortment of cruel-looking, rusted tools, turned to weapons. Gibbering chatter, laughter, and whimpering drifts across the fog in a steady stream. Whoever these men are, their minds are long gone. You sit still until a group of them passes you by. Perhaps you might be able to slip past them. I mean, we haven't leveled him up yet. We probably don't want to get into a fight right here. Let's leave quietly. Fantastic. So yeah, now we can kind of check out our level up system a little bit. And since he's been re-added to our party, he's been upped to the level that we had gotten these two characters to before. Nice, 15 vitality. Heck yeah. Alright, so I want to check what he's got for inventory real quick. Oh, awesome. You were using driftwood, yet here's your sword, my dude. He does still have the equipment that we had found for him. Oh, not make him naked. So that's good. And I think I was going to make him two-handed fighter. Oh, he did. He kept the ranks that I had used. Great. That's awesome. Got 9 to play around with. Basically thinking, all right, we're going to have him charge in. We're going to make sure he's got good toughness. Just kind of beat on things and be our frontline fighter, which we desperately need because I'm playing a battle mage and Cat here is a thief. For now, I've just been summoning creatures to be our frontline, and it's been working out pretty well, but man, managing that mana resource, especially in the early game, is super tough. 3, 1, there. Oh, this still isn't unlocked, huh? Guess we need to do the whole thing for that. I don't really need ranged accuracy. I don't plan on doing ranged with him. But I do want precise strike. That's pretty cool. Whoop. Still getting used to the commands. Let's do that. Huh, alright, that's still not unlocked. Maybe we need 3 ranks in this. No? What? The character must be at least level 5. Aha! Well, that's why then. So, again, we're just going to avoid that for now. Increase toughness. Light armor use, light armor, light armor. Can you only use light armor? Oh, okay, so you can eventually use heavy armor or medium armor, and then I'll bet, yep, heavy armor. Probably going to want to put you in medium at some point. Charger. 5 for the... Okay. Second wind do. 4 more. Ooh. Removes conditions, bleeding, and heals. Oh, that's great. Cooldown 2 turns. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, let's go ahead and get that, especially since he's going to be on our front line. And we've got 1 left. First time you take wound hit point damage each combat, you automatically regain 12 to 18 vitality. That's pretty awesome, too. So we'll start working towards that experience. Steel thyself! Alright, yep, we want you to be in the front. And then we have a little battle grid where we can put our characters down first. We can also check what the turn order is over here. Wow, really? Our thief is going after these 2 guys and after our warrior and our mage? Okay. I want her to be able to, like, sneak in. That way, though. Part of me wants to also draw them out, but it's just such a tight choke point here. I don't think that's going to work. You know, she does have some ranged attacks situated and set up, so I think we're going to make him choke this point first, and then I'll summon a little creature to sit there. Yeah, I think we're good. Crazy. There we go. All right, we've got a blocked line here now. They're probably going to swarm around him, so I think I can have him charge in. Thought we got charge. We're going to look at that real quick. Oh, cool. Well, we'll have it in our journal anyways. Oh, yeah, look at all that food. Oh, we are ready to rest forever. Oh, there was a chest here I didn't. Kidding me? I was gonna say, why can't I touch the door? I'm right here. You know what? Since we have all this food, we're gonna take a quick rest to get Nana back. Oh, 18, huh? Go. Aw, failed to find food. Need somebody who's good at survival. Alright, first we go up. Okay, you guys are friendly? Good. As you enter the lighthouse gallery, a haggard face peers out at you from the gloom. Moving closer, you see it belongs to an old man who clutches a makeshift spear tightly to his chest. Somehow he looks both fearful, yet greatly relieved to see you. Mother of Maelstroms, the man croaks. Who are ye? Then, who did I summon? Come, sit, you must be weary. Sit, sit. The man gestures frantically to a battered chair in the corner. There are all manner of beasts in the deep oceans of our world, but never have I seen anything like this, a horror from beyond the natural it was, that pulled down the ship. I saw it all from my tower, I did, though I wish I did not have to bear such a sight. I can hardly believe that anyone could survive such a nightmare. Something foul is growing on Idra, a taint on the land. There are lights as you've never seen. Brighter than the sun. Yeah, there's a real dated reference. If you know, you know. Like those sailors from the high north talk of. But the colors. It's like they bleed into your very dreams, if you can manage to sleep, that is. It got to the animals first, though. Warped them in both minds and body. Made them cruel and dangerous. I ain't never seen nothing like it. It's unnatural, I tell you. But worse still, Horan is dead as a tomb. Was a right bedlam of cries and screams 2 days ago. Then nothing. Not as much as a lit candle at night. Only the deep itself knows the truth of these happenings. But I can tell you this, the island is doomed. The sea itself will rise to claim us. I need some information. Yes, anything. Ye may ask, we're safe as can be here. Had an assistant, Caspar. Went mad, the fool did. Had a head full of grand ideas, and I kept telling him, this here is a place for the quiet mind. Threw himself from the tower. Found him broken on the cliff sheet. He's almighty. I can't be blamed. Definitely wasn't murder. Should have known, gotten him off this rock when he started talking about the cave and something about a blade calling him. I should have known. I could have saved him, but I couldn't bear the thought of being alone again. Silence is unbearable. Ask about the cave and the blade. He would babble about the cave underneath here for hours. Oh, looks like we found ourselves a dungeon. Well, we're gonna go check that out. Madman, a soul lost to drink and loneliness. Oh, poor boy. Then again, what if it is down there? The black blade, hidden in some ancient recess, glistening in... That's where I come in. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, we're gonna go check that out. Beware's Maidland for the Freithen. Islands riddled with caves, and they use them, store their contraband and whatnot. But they keep to themselves, and I want no trouble, so I let them be. Got some information. Blade, there we go. Old man's side. Farewell! You have nothing I can loot. It's fine, because we're going on an adventure. Oh. What have we here? Do I see? Yes, I do. But we don't have any recipes. So unfortunately, yeah, I don't think we can do anything. I mean, guessing would probably just be a waste. That's unfortunate. Where do we find recipes? Well, at least we know that there's a crafting station here now. Do I hear something up ahead? Hey. Creeping through the moldy lighthouse cellar, you round a corner and stop dead in your tracks. Rising up through the core of the tower is a grotesque-looking metallic monstrosity. The strangely organic shapes and odd geometries seem to writhe in the dim light, and the burnished silver coating casts a ghostly reflection on the walls. That thing is pretty grotesque looking. For all its alienness, you can still recognize the arcane machinery, an ancient imperial reticular node. You suspect this lighthouse was once fueled by reticular energy, and that this machine was part of its operation. The stillness and layer of dust, however, tell you that it's long since fallen into disrepair and that the lighthouse is likely now fueled by common oil. Wow, what? On what? Okay, is that a tongue? Is that a mouth tentacle? My god. As you stand there, beholding the strange machine, you become aware of the scraping of tiny claws in the darkness, and chittering. As you reach for your weapon, the strange harmonics of the chittering converge, and for the briefest of moments, you could have sworn you heard words form. Half a dozen beasts launch at you from the dark corners of the room with fangs bared. Oh, we are surrounded. We've got dire rats. Okay. Okay. Roland is first. Ooh, then a lot of turns, huh? And part of me is like, I should just set Roland up to hit one of them and then hope that the dire rats don't swarm the others. Who's going first? You are going first. So then ideally I want to position you so Roland doesn't have to disengage from you so he can get that charge damage. Oh, this is going to be tough. mean, we could do this. Put Cat up as a sacrifice, so then Roland can be here, and you go 1, 2, 3, charge. Yeah, so you can hit that one. Oh man, it's gonna be brutal. Here you go, Cat. You can do it. I believe in you. Hi-ya! Nice. That's perfect. That's what we were hoping for. Oh. Yeah, good thing we're going to be able to rest after this. Holy guacamole. I still at... Oh, it's her. Return. Great. Weekly infection. Jeez, he's straight up just one-shotting these things. Okay. I guess I'm not quite as worried. Ah, crud, I didn't mean to do that. Ah, crap. I think we're going to take an injury. And it's alright, we are going to be resting. Oh my gosh. There we go, disengaged. That's what we do. Oh, come on, how'd you miss? Roller's just over here doing work while these two can't even freaking bother to get a kill. Oh, I should have zapped that one so she could have backstabbed it. Oh, here we go. We got a cascade. Perfect. Now, my rat friend. Oh, what? Are you kidding me? So one thing I want to show you real quick, we did cut out the whole traveling back to the merchant and whatnot, but it is useful to have a thief in your party, and you do need to make sure that you are highlighted on the thief. But when we click over, especially for some of these nifty things, steal them. 8 or above. Now, I've stolen from this guy previously, so each time you successfully steal, it increases the difficulty. So now we're getting pretty close. We would need to roll an 8 or above because the difficulty is 13. We're gonna try. Hey, we got it. Perfect. But now it's gonna go up, right? So if we try to steal again, now it's a 9 or above. And we're not gonna aggravate this guy. Because if we end up fighting him, I mean, it's going to be a wash of a fight, but then we don't have a merchant, conveniently, who we can sell stuff back to. And it looks like his store does restock, so there are some things that we'll want to get in the future. Okay. Here we go. Oh, they're nothing. They're nothing. I think you do get an initiative advantage if you surprise the enemies. Okay, so Roland, start you. Aw. 1, 3. Need to start here. Hit him. 8, Cat will probably be able to get a backstab. Oh, she's still in stealth? That's awesome. That's great. Oh, that's amazing. Okay, we've been not using that correctly. So I guess starting the combat before they see you, she stays in stealth. That is so cool, and I wish I had realized that sooner. You know, I think they're gonna lose their turn. I think these two can clean up. So I don't have to use any of his MP right now, or his attunement. Get that backstab, that's great. He'll get a charge. Oh, no, it wasn't far enough for him. Okay. So... Wow, he was panicked, so he still lost his turn. Oh, that's great. I think swapping's just not do anything. Alright, so he gets one attack. That's not too bad. Good for our first fight. But sprawled on the ground ahead of you lies the mangled body of a man. Stacked high against the walls behind the poor fellow are crates of goods. Have a feeling you've stumbled upon a smuggler's hideout. Oh. We'll get back there in a second. I am an explorer. Boy. Rot crab. Oh, we've got a level. Let's take care of that first. Shoot. Totally messed that up. I was still on Roland when I approached them. And I don't have the ability that lets her deploy into stealth in combat yet. I think I need to prioritize that next. Use goes first. Okay. Probably gonna move. Move, attack. You have one move, one attack. Wow, you're really slow. So I think I can just keep everybody here. Oh, you've got a ranged attack that we probably should have dealt with. Reach. Bush boo. I guess we'll move here. Bend. Soak all that up. We are definitely going to expend some mana here. Yeah. Hey, how are you taking so much damage from these guys? Oh. Oh, they explode on death? That's good to know. Oh, crap. I messed up. Good. I think they are out of ranged attacks. I don't know why I got the backstab there. Oh, he must be turned around. Yeah. I do wish that there was a better way, or an easier way to tell when you had a backstab attack. Nope, you're still spitting acid. Okay. Yeah, you need to be taken out. Crap, though. Nice. No idea why I got a backstab there, but I did. Okay. Good, we got some arrows back. Oh, hey, we leveled up. Okay. So, I think I'm gonna heal her with some potion. That should give 20 to 25. How much you have? Oh, you have 20. Oh, so one should do enough. Oh, heals 10 to 25. It was almost a full heal with just one. All right, we like that. Okay, so we just kind of hyper skipped some stuff. We redid the exact same fights that we did. We went back to the lighthouse to check out the painting. Yeah, unfortunately, once you've looked at the painting once, you can't look at it again. So I have no idea how we're supposed to get that information back again, considering it does not look like we actually... No. Well then. 5. Oh, no, it can't be this puzzle then. Okay. Well then. We saved it here, so we're gonna throw ourselves at it a few times and see if we can figure it out. Make sure we actually saved. Okay, cool. Yeah, so we were able to get the key off the corpse and get back exactly where we were. So yeah, it was as simple as going east, east, south, and then reverse that, north, west, west. Okay. Yeah. So there you go. The large rusty key that seemed like it would open a chest or some other container. You found it on a drowned corpse. Well, we'll see if we can find what that goes to. Oh. Whoops. I think maybe they're still asleep? No, they definitely. Go in the back, you're gonna go here, and you're gonna stay right there. Yay, backstab! Are these rock crabs or are these regular crabs? They're just spider crabs. Feel like alerted. Oh, they were not in the fight yet, but now they are. Wait, did I just defend with Roland? Oh my gosh, I did. Merp. Sorry, Cat, you're gonna probably get schmacked. Maybe not. Might be alright. We got our little critter up there that's helping. Nice. I would have to disengage. Dang it. Yeah, we're definitely going to make the stealth while in combat a priority for her. What? Oh, I thought it was gone. She should be able to backstab now. Yep, good. Oh, there's another one there. That's what's going on. Yeah, we'll save some mana. I think. Fine. He's not able to do much there. And not gonna be able to get there, but she should fit. Okay, we're good. Stay golden, pony boy. Oh, hello. Much better. Which also means this regular bow on him. Hunting arrow. 15 hunting arrow. Oh, I guess you'll both use the same supply. Okay. That's fine then. Alright, let's see if I can sneak around a little bit more stealth-like, so I can actually surprise them like I intend to. Why are you one level behind everybody? Oh. Oh, no kidding. Huh. We came up this way. I didn't even realize there was a cave there. Look at that. We're almost back to... Yep. Bought those. Oh. Okay, it's the smuggler's area. Fairly recent use. Yep, we already know. Wonder if this is... unlocked. So, the key went to that. Okay. I mean... broadsword of defense? I mean, that's cool and all, but it's a medium weapon. We don't have a sword and board warrior yet. I think that's gonna be priority for... Okay. Acid immunity and a smuggler's journal. Let's check that out real quick. Jobs, dropped off and told to guard the cargo, yada yada yada, you're a smuggler. Wait. An underwater tunnel in one of the dead ends. Bryn insisted we try to swim it, but I can think of no worse nightmare than being lost in the dark underwater. I told him as much, and he got agitated, yelled something about dreaming of an ancient relic. I have no idea what he's on about. So... Wait, did we just get the key? Oh, okay, so the journal wasn't in the chest. That's right. Yep. Okay, so that was Bryn, who we found in that little underwater tunnel. Good to know. But anyways, guys, that is gonna do it for us for today. I hope you had a blast checking this out. I gotta say, when I was first looking at this game, I was very skeptical. I wasn't sure if this was going to be something up my alley, despite how heavily marketed it was towards me. And after hopping into the tutorial, getting acclimated, and still clearly figuring things out as we're playing in my playthrough, yeah, this game absolutely has hooked me. This is a fun little adventure. I'm loving the graphics. I'm loving this dark, immersive world that the game devs have created. And so far, I mean, for a game like this too, just that one tiny little bug where it seemed like our line of sight just wasn't quite working out, even though there really was nothing that said it wouldn't. And it worked that one time, but then not again. But, small potatoes compared to everything else. Story, 5 out of 5. Controls, very well done. Can't complain there. I think maybe I will eventually try it on a controller, though, especially since it seems like the game is much more designed for that. I mean, if you look, right, everything's got little BAX, because I have a Xbox controller plugged in. That's what I play on, but I'm using keyboard and mouse right now. I love the depth of the character attributes, skills, how all that plays in. I love this feat system, how they've developed this. It feels like I'm sitting down and playing some old school AD&D with some of my buddies around the table, and it just feels great. I'm loving the nostalgia. I'm loving everything about this, so absolutely. Highly recommend, would recommend. If nothing else, wishlist it. Give the devs a shout out. Thanks again, guys. Once again, this has been Skald. And I will, as always, see you in the next one.